There you are.
Yay! Sorry, I didn't hear the call going. My bad.
Okay, I'll just hold it over you for a long time.
I'm sorry. Can you guys hear Luke fine?
Hello, chat. I could unmute and just see if I hear myself.
Either or, it's fine. I just want to make sure that you can hear you okay and chat can hear you.
I think I just heard myself fine. Should be okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know if you caught this. You can hear him? Okay, perfect. I don't know if you caught this, but, again, I know that you, absolutely, adore this game. And,
I've been known to be a fan.
You and Gold were the ones that, like, really got me into wanting to play it, as well.
I think I was the first of us to play this, and I think I might have been one of the main people that got Gold into it, actually.
Okay.
I don't think I game requested it. I don't think I had enough points, but
I think
I was talking about it.
Gold requested it for me.
I know he did.
Think
he did
Gold
for
requested it of me.
Well, no, because I played this soon after it came out. I played this early Virginia time, and then like a year later, I got Gold to play it, and then you and Snowy played it.
Right. Here actually, there is one thing I'm gonna bring up real quick here. Actually, yeah, I can just do it here. It's fine. I'm gonna bring up my YouTube channel because there are a couple of things that I want to show also here that I thought was pretty fun.
Okay.
Throughout the little gameplay. For one of them, I'm gonna bring up. Let's see, which one was it here? This one here.
You don't really edit stuff. You just put your VODs on your YouTube, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do edit them a little bit.
Sure.
But not like as crazily as I used to.
Right.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, you're not making
I've said
30-minute Let's Play videos covering a few hours of whatever.
Yeah, not like I used to back then. These are all raw VODs essentially with a little tiny bit of editing. I edited the crap out of the one that I posted yesterday because it was an hour stuck in one spot on Path of Pain, essentially. Cut it down to about 20 minutes. So, but yeah, I'm gonna probably also show off a couple of things that I thought were pretty funny, which, again, this is an objective tier list, so it means it's right, but I'd love to get your opinion on it too as well.
Okay.
So, I guess we'll just go down the line here. Also, I might end up,
looking up some of them
bigger for me. Well, no, I might make the screen a little bigger for me personally, but we'll see.
Gotcha.
So, this is Dream Shield, I think, right?
I believe
this one over here.
Oh, that is Dream Shield, yes.
Yeah, so that is Dream Shield. Or no, that's Dream Wielder. So this is the one where it makes your Dream Nail come out faster. I forget if you get a little bit more soul with it, and it also makes the next one over here a little bigger and respawn faster. This is one that I don't use very often, but I do know that I can see the potential of it being an actually pretty decent charm. So I'm gonna put it in B tier.
Huh?
Just because I know that it can be very useful in certain situations, but it still feels very clunky. And I'd rather just have another charm to help out with stuff as opposed to this one here, and I'll get into that one a little later. Sure. In your experience, what do you think about this one?
I think B is fine. It's one of the many that has a lot more utility than I ever used it for. I mean, if you're one of the people optimally using spells while fighting, it's actually very good to be able to just get soul all the time and then just be blasting Abyss Shriek,
Yes.
So I would say for that, that puts it in B rather than C for me or something, because otherwise it's not really that helpful. Well, because it does collect more soul. So honestly,
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Objectively, I would maybe say A. For us and just with that consideration, probably B.
Okay.
Because I
I
don't
mean,
see
like
us
we
really
can
using
also
it much.
organize like we could maybe like have this in like high B.
I would say high B, yeah.
Potentially lower A,
Mhm.
yeah. Um, as opposed to the next one that we have here. Also, like when I mean like objective, like there are charms that I don't use, of course. Some of these
Yeah.
are gonna be a little unhinged, but we'll get into why I think they are as good as they are.
I know you like your pets.
Yeah. Now, this is let's see, this is the Dream Shield,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna be honest, there, um, I I I never use it
Yeah.
because it circles around you a little bit. It can potentially protect you from some stuff, and can potentially can potentially help you.
Yeah.
But the odds of it actually doing so are so low. I just don't find any merit in using
I
it.
used
Hi,
it
Tuna.
for a thing or two. Thank you,
Yeah.
but I'm fine with it in F. I was gonna put it maybe myself in like lower C. Just it's not bad, but it's not really worth the space compared to other things.
Yeah. It's just not something
Especially
that I would ever want to use.
well, especially because it's a DLC charm, so you get that later in the
Oh, is it
game.
really DLC?
hmm
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
I have the list up just in case I forget it. And oh yeah, no, that's F because it takes up 3 slots. Fuck that. If that
Yeah, that's the other thing is that it is three. So like compared to Dream Weaver, which is 1 slot, Dream Shield is 3.
oh yeah,
So I'm also going by utility as
you know,
well too.
I'm gonna actually look at that, and that's gonna be a big factor of where it falls is how much space it takes up for what it does.
Yeah. Like if you want to ask me what the charm cost is, let me know because I can bring it up. I have it
I
on,
have the
on my
list up
screen.
on my other screen as well.
Okay. Yeah, just again, utility wise, like in my playthrough, there were only a handful of charms, like if even a handful of charms that I used that were above 3 notches.
Mm.
I was more of I like having lots of charms that can help out. Me personally, so. Okay, let me see. Then we have, I think these are essentially I'm gonna put the Unbreakables and the Fragiles, just put them
Yeah, just
like the same.
put them in,
Yeah.
or just put them in F so
and
they're not in consideration. Just put them at the bottom
yeah.
because we don't really care about those, and they're just not as good anyway.
So they do well. I'm actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put
Actually,
them.
no, we could still rank them because they are just different. Now that I think about it.
They are different to an extent that like I don't know if you know, but if you take these into a dream fight, they don't break. That is the only reason I would consider putting them into, I guess, a C tier. But there are other charms that are, I think, better than them. So I'm considering maybe not even. All Fragiles are F. Fragile Greed is C. I think we're gonna put them all, I think, in F just to leave them out.
Yeah.
Because I end up not using these like at all unless it's in a dream fight.
Sure.
And
yeah, I didn't really
don't
use them
think
after having one break once until I just get them get them unbreakable.
So I'm just gonna leave them there, but they do have kind of uses outside of that dream slot. And if you're good enough at the game to keep greed with you without dying, then yeah, good on you. But this is more of again someone who's not all that amazing at the game, just having a good time.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna see. Yeah, I'm gonna leave them like that. All right, Glowing Womb. I'm gonna put this in F as well.
Really?
I'm gonna put them above.
It's not that
though,
bad.
Yes.
They're helpful.
So, I mean, I could maybe put it in C, but the thing with the Glowing Womb, again, I do like having friends on my adventures.
You just don't like your friends to kill themselves. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the only problem with them, is they do that and they take your soul. Now, they did come in clutch that one time for me, 4 or 5 years ago against King Grim. They did come in clutch for me then, but that was the only time that I ever used them. And even then, though, I went back and played the game again and beat Grim without using any friends this time. So honestly, if I had maybe stuck to like, another build, I could have definitely beaten Grim without using these guys. I think just the cost, which is 2 notches, and the fact that they just burn through soul, is kind of enough, to warrant not using them. And I wouldn't want to drag these guys with me into, say, into like fungal or the Fog Canyon.
Sure.
It eats your soul. That and the Grimchild. Wait, hang on, Tuna. We're gonna get to Grimmy in a second. Well, yeah. What do you like? You said that you would put them a little higher. How come?
Just because they can come in clutch, especially early game when you're not as good. So I would have it in C. I don't think it's actually that good at the end of the day compared to other things, but I don't think it's bad.
So I'm willing to put them at like bottom of C in that case.
I think that's the right choice.
Because like there is like, again, they did come in clutch for me that one time. One time. And I popped off like crazy then.
Yeah.
So, hi Sleepy, you're wrong. I mean, it's an objective tier list, so
I know,
I'm gonna be wrong. But at the bottom of FF, we're gonna have another one for that one. All right, this is gonna be, however, a weird one for people. Grimmy, my boy. I'm putting an A. This is bottom of A though.
Ooh.
I'm gonna show you why in a second. This little guy, for me personally, has come in clutch a couple of times. That he's killed bosses for me essentially.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually pull it up right now, so that you guys can see, because I had to rewatch it back. This was the fight against the Mantis Lord, and I had Grimmy with me. So we're gonna watch this back real quick.
Oh,
you'll see what he was doing
Savage Mantis Lord.
Yeah, what's it called? The Traitor Lord.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So it was.
This one was a
about
motherfucker
here.
of a fight.
Well, the first time I fought him a few years ago, it took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to kill him.
Yeah,
right there. Right here. Hang on, I'm gonna go back. Right there. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
Grimmy got the final shot there, and I was like,
I've had that without him though.
I could have.
You're at full soul, half health.
Yeah, but he went out of his way and shot the mother fluffer for me. I was so proud of him.
I get it. Grimchild is a vibe. I like Grimchild. I would not say it's above bottom B, personally. That's a stretch.
I also that's the reason also why I ended up taking him with me to the final boss fight too.
Well, you're just sentimental and you like pets.
Too. I do like my good boys. Objective tier list wise, I know that he is not all that amazing.
Okay.
But I can't put him lower than A at the bottom.
If you're making your subjective list, that is okay.
It's got to be he's got to be bottom A.
You are incorrect, but that's why it's your list, and we love you anyway.
He came in clutch for me personally, like more than just that time too. Like he did some stuff against the White Defender, and he did some stuff for me against Radiance just now. Grimchild below F, nah, So ironically, Fragile Strength ain't bad because it's a pretty good boost. Well, we're only ranking these guys just to kind of keep them out of the way for the moment, and then maybe we'll like put them somewhere else. But we're gonna be ranking the Unbreakables as opposed to these guys. So I'm gonna keep him at the bottom of A because again, I like my good boys, and he was a good boy in my adventure, so we keeping him there. He came in clutch, was at almost full straight health. Bro, that boss fight, like the it took me like I think 3 or 4 tries in this adventure to kill that boss fight. Sure. And at that moment when I got him, I was so surprised because I hadn't swung at him. I was like, "Oh, hey, let's go!" So We keeping him there. I know he's not all that amazing, but he's my good boy.
That is okay.
Okay, this one,
Ooh, heavy blow.
We're putting, that is,
I would say top B. It has its place.
You don't like you like heavy blow?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
In certain situations, certain passages with annoying enemies, yeah, it absolutely has its place. I wouldn't normally run it, but I went through some passages or bosses that I did and thought it was very helpful.
So, like, I've never touched this one because, like, I like being able, like, to kind of control where the, where the enemies and monsters are. There is a perk that I think they added, like, because people really don't like this charm. There is a perk that they added eventually in one of the patches where, it takes one less hit to stagger a boss. That is so niche, though. And, like, I never personally, like, I mean, I never personally could find any really good use for it.
Yeah, like, I don't think I used it in the Coliseum, like Tuna saying, but I think I actually tried it once, and I was like, yeah, maybe. I just didn't really feel like it there. But, there's a few places where I wanted to control space a bit better, and it was nice for me. At least first playthrough, for sure. So I think it has its place. I don't think it's a bad charm.
I'll put it... Okay, for that, I'll put it in C.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it behind Glowing Wound, though.
Okay.
This is just something where I like to be able to control space in my games, and the fact that this isn't also very good against like certain bosses as well too, like the Radiance, it's not gonna do anything for you.
Right.
And it's two notches. Where I feel like there's just other stuff that you could put on there that are just better.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you have found uses for it, then I will concede and I will put it above F tier.
That's not an unusable one. Yeah.
Really, your Grimkill stole from you and you gave an A? What the F? Because he's a good boy. He was protecting me. What were you gonna say?
No. Just starting to talk about Hive Blood.
Oh, okay. Hive Blood. This is a good... Oh, I'm actually... I want to hear your opinion first on this one.
On Hive Blood?
I'm not sure where exactly I want to put this.
I think in general, not very good. Just because it is pretty slow. So, like, in a boss fight or something, if you're relying on Hive Blood, like, you're going to be more just trying to dodge for 5 minutes just to get, like, 3 masks back. I will say, however, if you're bad and first playthroughing things, I mean, that was clutch for me for Path of Pain, taking my time doing so. It has its places, but Hive Blood for taking up force loss, I'm good.
Yeah, that is the one thing I think that makes this charm not all that amazing.
Yeah.
The only thing, like, Tuna wants to put it in F tier, but the one thing saving it is the Path of Pain and White Palace. For a beginner and for someone like me, this is a very good charm to have there, and it did come in clutch for me there too.
I'd put it bottom C personally. Like, it has its utility, but it's a choice too. It's not like a you know. And it takes up 4 slots. That should take up 3 max. Excuse me.
That was my bad. I'm gonna put it above these two here because there are others that we can put in C as well. I think they're better than these two, honestly, just because of their utility. But I don't think it's as bad as, like, Dream Nail or Dream Shield. Also, are we commenting on the ad with the goose? That's a ducky. That's the Aflac duck. So yeah, I mean, like, I do find uses in it, but only in that one place. I didn't even have to feel like I needed it in the Coliseum. I didn't use it there too. So, but I have seen people use it in the Coliseum and they seem to like it. I just don't like the fact that if you have like a mask and a half left and you get hit, you die instead of just like leaving you with half a mask left. I think that kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, no, like
So
you're always waiting on that last little bit of the mask to actually be there for it to count as a mask. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's a little sucky.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
not
takes
that good.
12 seconds too, which is why I don't use it in combat. But
Oh no,
Path of
Half-Blood in
Pain
combat
and
is stupid.
yeah, Path of Pain though and White Palace amazing. So
Yeah.
all right, this one.
King Soul is F. It's not worth
Yeah.
5 slots at all. There's so many other charms that do the exact same thing a lot better for 2 slots. Let's be real.
Yes. This is 5.
King Soul is an
Actually
achievement in your
insane.
inventory. That's it.
Yeah. It I think the ability that it does give you is actually pretty nice, but at the cost of 5 though,
No,
it's not good.
not even close
The
worth
only
it.
good synergy I can see with this here is with Glowing Womb, where it cancels out having to use Soul to bring this little guy out. These little guys out here. That is the only synergy I can see with it.
Yeah, but you can do so many more helpful
it.
helpful things. Like Glowing Womb
Yeah.
doesn't take that much soul, and if you're in a fight and you're not bad, you can get soul back pretty quickly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even then, if you're in a fight, King Soul isn't going to keep up with Glowing Womb soul-wise, so you're just using most of your space for nothing.
The only good time I would see this is if you're just traveling from one place to another, maybe just to, like, let's say you don't have Salubra and you just want to, maybe walk somewhere, just maybe put this on if you want some soul, and then that's it. But
Right.
I mean, that's the only helpful thing I can see. It is absolute trash. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one here, these guys I don't really use a whole lot of. So this is the
Lifeblood Core is B though.
This is Lifeblood.
Yeah, Lifeblood Core is.
What was that?
Lifeblood Core is B. It ain't bad.
You think it's B?
Because
when
you get
resting
like
the bear will gain a coating of Lifeblood.
you get like
protect from a
3 or
large amount of
4
damage.
extra masks. Like I used it in my bad skilled first playthrough
Yeah.
for a handful of bosses just to have an extra few hits.
It's not horrible. I think the charm cost is a little on the higher side because there is another charm we're gonna get into that kind of does the same thing, but you get less of it.
You're talking about Lifeblood Heart. But actually, when you look at
we're gonna get into that.
When you look at the ratio, Core is more worth it for the space than Heart.
Yeah.
That's why I was gonna say both in like lower B with Core above Heart. It was going to be my opinion on the matter.
So you think so you would put this one in B and then this is
that higher
and then Lifeblood Heart.
That's Joni's Blessing next to it.
Yeah, this is the one, right?
No,
yeah,
to the right of it. That's Lifeblood Heart. The one you're mousing. Yep, that's it. That's it.
That's Lifeblood? No, this is Joni.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm looking at it like with stream delay. Sorry, you were over Joni's when you were saying Lifeblood Heart. So that's why I was saying that. But yeah.
Oh no, you're good. So this one here, you would put like maybe next to him.
Yeah, I would put it below just because the ratio isn't as good. But depending on whatever I was wanting extra hearts for, and whatever other things I was using, I would use either or depending on what space I had.
Now, where would you put Joni's Blessing? Because this one gives you, isn't it? The fun part here is if you were to put this one, and this one together, you get and also Unbreakable Heart. You get, I think it's like 21 masks. If you have max masks already,
right?
Which is an interesting combo,
but
you can't use magic though.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it just because you with Joni's Blessing you can't heal though, and it's 4 slots. I would. It still has its place, but it's making yourself both less and more of a glass cannon at the same. You're making yourself a more durable glass cannon. I'll put it like the high FC. Yeah. It has its place, but overall, I wouldn't. I never really used it.
I mean, like, the thing is like, again, I didn't really use these that much, except for the one spot, just so I could get, what was it, Lifeblood here.
Yeah.
So I could get this one here, sorry. The Lifeblood Core.
Yeah.
We use these guys to get, or we use this one and this one to get this one.
Right.
So I mean, also I think at the rate of the game that you're like, when you get this one here, I'm actually, I think the rate of the game that you get it too, because you get this one pretty late.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tempted to put it below this one here because you get this one early. So I'm kind of tempted to put it below it just to kind of swap them because you get this one so late in the game. I'm thinking I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you're allowed to be
What
wrong.
do you think? Yeah. I mean, but I can't. It's just like you get this one so late. So at this point, though, like,
Oh, it's true.
You don't
I mean,
really feel like you would need it, right? Because at that point, you're really confident.
I mean, with that consideration, sure. I'm just thinking about actual utility at the end of the day, and my experience with them, and just that. I mean, Lifeblood Core is more worth it for the 3 it takes up rather than the 2 that Heart takes up, if I remember right.
True. It's just like at that point of the game, though, I feel like if you feel like you really need more HP for something, then you're just not amazing at the game, I guess.
I mean, I'm not that worried about the semantics of one
if you
space
got this
versus
earlier,
the other.
I would then if you got it earlier, then I would put it higher. But just because you get it so late, I'm gonna keep it down here next to it, above this one.
Yeah.
All right, Mark of Pride.
That's S. I used it the whole time. That is like one of the most worth it three space things.
And you can get it pretty early too. I got it actually later because I forgot that it was in Mantis Village.
Oh dear.
Yeah, no, that's a great one.
Now, Mark of Pride, I think I almost never unequipped in any of my playthroughs once I had it.
So the only here's the thing with Mark of Pride, and I'm gonna again get into, because this is what I found the most useful in my adventure, and I'm gonna actually go ahead and drag it up here too as well. Is I'm gonna keep Mark of Pride in S. However, here, let me. There should be more masks here or more charms here. Where's one I'm looking for here? Is it hiding behind? Are the masks hiding? Where's one I'm looking for? Hang on a second. I'm actually not finding the charm.
Which one?
Looking for Longnail.
Oh.
Is it hiding behind one of these guys?
Isn't that it in the middle by Grubsong?
You're right. Okay. I'm gonna put Longnail.
Oh no, I use
Pride.
Above Pride. They're the same thing, different flavors. Pride I think is better, but I mean I used Longnail so long in my first playthrough without Mark of Pride as well.
Exactly. So the utility of Longnail that I love about Longnail is that it's 2 slots. You get that distance, that you can feel comfortable with hitting stuff. And it's 2 slots. Whereas with Mark of Pride, you get 3 slots for a little bit extra distance, where it does technically make spacing better. But I think I really like the utility of Longnail with it only being 2 notches as opposed to 3.
No, there was a few times even after I had Mark of Pride when I was stuck on a boss that I would be swapping stuff around and really want to keep a couple things, but only had space for 2 more rather than 3, and I would run Longnail rather than Mark of Pride, and it's still fine. But especially first playthrough when you're bad, that space when you don't have spacing down in the game for short, yeah, it's very helpful.
You think it's 15%? I think it's a little bit less. It's if you add both of them together, by the way, your nail becomes massive, which is kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, I've definitely done that a number of times.
That right there is 5 notches for a lot of extra length. But at that point, I think you'll be better at dodging and stuff, and getting a slash in, and then dodging out of there.
Why is Nailmaster's
again,
Glory
I just
there
like
twice?
though being able to have 2 here, and then maybe throwing on our next contender here, which we'll get into Nailmaster Glory in a moment. But I think it's just slightly over Mark of Pride.
Oh yeah, no, it's an S. I never fully utilize Nailmaster nail arts. I hardly would ever use them, but they're great. And Nailmaster's Glory costs 1 slot. It is an
Exactly,
S.
and I'm putting it in A for that one. We're putting it at the top of A.
Top of
I
A?
really like. Yes, I'm putting it at the top of A. I really like this charm. The only thing that's keeping it from being S is that you can't get hit. And that's the only downside I think with the nail with the nail arts is that if you get hit, you have to start charging all over again. And if you're in a boss where there's so much stuff flying at you, and you have like very little options to like charge, even with Nailmaster's Glory, that doesn't always mitigate like the charge time. Even with Nailmaster's Glory. That being said, though, I love having this around if I am just traveling
No, it
from
does
one
mitigate the
place
charge
to
time.
another.
Nailmaster's Glory focuses the power faster and unleashes sooner.
Yeah. That's what it does. Yeah, it negates the charge time by a lot, essentially.
Yeah.
Doesn't negate it completely, but it does reduce it a lot. Nailmaster's Glory is an S tier. So again, we're putting it at the top of A just because I had when I was first fighting Grim in the playthrough here, I had this equipped because I thought it would be amazing. The problem is though is that I found so little time to actually get a charge in there to be able to hit him that I ended up swapping it off. But I love having this in situations where if I'm just going from one screen to another, have it charged, hit something, kill it in one shot. This thing is also amazing in the Colosseum. I might put it at the bottom of S, I'm thinking now, just because the utility of it is so good. And like you said, having just it cost 1.
Nailmaster's Glory for its cost is always has a place. See, I agreed with you, Tuna. I said S easily right off the bat.
I was considering, and then I forgot about how I used the crap out of this in Colosseum, and I was like, yeah, you're right. We're gonna put it at the bottom of S. It does have again, nail arts do have their issues, but there's still something that I input a lot into my playthrough, so we'll keep it at the bottom of S. Shaman Stone. Yeah,
Shaman Stone is S. Here. That's worth 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. Where'd it go? My bad. It's super finicky here. All right, I'm gonna put it here. The only reason it's below these two here is because I don't use spells that I should be using spells more, but I tend to go with a build where it's a little bit more defensive, and a Shaman Stone. It's not something that I use very often in boss fights. The attack boost is so good, but it's just not something that I personally end up using a lot. That being said, though, I know it's an amazing charm, and I'm not going to put it any lower than S.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's at the top of S. It just, it depends. The other thing also is that, it's actually only 3, also, which is also not, a horrible...
For what it does, that's not a lot.
Yeah. And this was the only charm that I used a Soul Catcher a little bit in our race, but this is the main charm that you use to get the brunt of your damage.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that charm too, Tuna.
I am much more in the middle with that, and I know you love it.
Oh, the Shape of Oon? Yeah, no, that's going, above these two here, actually.
In S?
Yep, we're putting Shape of Oon in S.
That belongs middle B at best. That is a crazy take.
I'm gonna explain why. I know Tuna's gonna hate me for this. This charm saved my ass so many times. After I got it, it barely got off of my build. It stayed on there the entire time. Being able to I think the first time I got it, the first time that I played with played the game, I didn't use it because I just I didn't want to get used to healing while moving and trying to learn movement and stuff. So here's the thing though, Tuna, is that it also combos very well with another charm that we're gonna get into, and that makes it so that you can be insanely speedy as you heal. And I think that for someone like me is amazing to be able to do. And I didn't take it off. Once I got it, it stayed on the rest of the game.
I would have
I
it,
tried
have it
my
in
hardest to
B
get
just
it super
because there are
fast.
some fights where it's really good. Like, honestly, unless you're just really good at it, Nightmare King Grim, it's very good at because that is just a heal that you can do because it ducks
Yep.
down during the
It ducks
bats.
under the bats. So it ducks under the. No, here's the thing though, is it ducks under the bats. The very first time that I fought, what's it called? Broken Vessel. We first tried it because I was able to, when he does that move where all the bubbles come like across the screen under you. What I was able to do is just I had Un, and it's not just being able to, not being able to just what's it called? To heal and move, but it makes your hitbox smaller. In the Grim fight, that came in handy a lot, but in more bosses as well too. There were some bosses it wasn't that great with, but again, being able to just kind of scootle out of the way whenever I wanted to was a godsend.
No,
to me.
it is very helpful. Putting it in the top of S is insane behavior, but I think it has its place.
Okay, what I will do is, again, because I think I had like use wise, I think I ended up having Un. I'm gonna put it. I'll put it below. I'm gonna put it below Longnail, but I'm gonna put it above this one because I ended up using Longnail more than Un, but I used Un so much more than Mark of Pride. There are going to be others that are also, I think, that are going to be ahead. Don't worry. Even if I didn't use them, I know that they're good. But just for me personally, having this on my adventure, saved my ass so many times. Not once did we ever lose any Geo in this run. A lot of it was because of this, just being able to heal whenever I wanted to, essentially, not having to worry about, taking the time to figure out when the good opportunity is to heal. And I want to say that a lot of it was because of this guy here. So that's why he's an S. It's just very personal bias in this one. I just think it's a very solid charm that's kind of underrated on that.
No.
Well, we're gonna get into that one too, Sleepy, because we were using that charm against a Pure Vessel also. But, did you ever use it, Luke, when you were playing the game?
Shape of Un?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
Nah.
I saw its point, but at the same time, it wasn't worth the space for me. I would rather just learn my openings for healing a little bit better.
It's the thing is, it's 2 notches also, which is why I think it's amazing too. It's only 2. And as Hunter said just now, welcome Hunter, it makes you look cute AF, and I love it like that.
Yeah,
you look adorable when you use it.
I would think about a number of other things that I could use those 2 slots for, and it was never really worth it for me. Like Longnail, for example.
Right. Well, I mean, again, I was able to combo Un and Longnail together perfectly. It worked so well. In the Vessel fight, again, instead of me having to learn, hey, when's the best chance for me to heal, I could just, during his really big attack where he has the burst option where it's that big bubble around him, what I was able to do was I did have to add a charm to help out a little bit, but it worked out the best for me, was heal, run away, while mid healing too as well.
Yep.
So
No,
I mean,
it is a playstyle choice that you are allowed to have.
2 notches is Unbreakable Heart instead of Un. We'll get into those. There are issues I have with that one. A lot of it just being what you have to do for it. Okay, so oh man, this one I rarely used.
Soul Eater is
Soul
bottom
Eater.
B. It's good. It's better than Soul Catcher on paper, but it takes 4 slots rather than 2. So no.
Yeah, we're gonna get into Soul Catcher as well too. Greatly increase the amount of soul gained when striking an enemy with your nail. Yeah, 2 for 4. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in B. Well, we're gonna put it for utility wise, we're gonna put it below these two.
Yeah,
here.
I think that's right.
Here, let me fix that. There we go. You think it's F tier, Tuna? I mean, I think there's utility in it, but there's just like it's good, it's decent. That's why it's not in like, you know, these things here where they have their niche uses, in my opinion, or completely trash. They're decent. They're okay. It could be better though. If it was like maybe 3 instead of 4, I could maybe see it going a little bit higher. But like for what it is though, the fact that you have to pay 4 charms for it, it's very meh for me. So it's not something that I would use. 4 notches, hell no. Yeah, I mean, like, again, there weren't that many 4-notch charms that I had, but we're gonna keep it there again. This because like it could be better, but it could be a lot worse. See, so this one is Spell Twister. Yeah. This is for 2, reduces soul cost of casting spells. So I'm gonna put this in A.
I think so. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, because you know, for 2 notches. Oh my gosh, this thing is being buggy for me. Hang on. There we go. Okay, cool. So for 2 notches, the fact that you're able to reduce your, I think it reduces heals, or is it like magic? Does it reduce your heal though? Because is focus a spell, or is it just a heal?
Oh, that one you're mousing over right now?
No, sorry, Spell Twister.
Oh no, it's just for casting spells.
Yeah, so it doesn't count for healing,
No,
right?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
less soul for
here.
casting spells. No, I mean combination of that and Shaman Stone is fucking crazy, actually.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And a couple other things potentially. So yeah, no, it's a very solid A. I would put it top A over those two, honestly.
Yeah, I think you're right there. If it also reduced the cost of healing, I would put it in easy S. Easy S.
Oh, that would be just too broken.
Yeah.
that would be worth 4 slots. That alone is actually worth 3 if you're just doing a spell build, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that it's 2
and the fact that
good.
it's just 2 though is it's very good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not, however, something that I ended up using in my adventure because again, I don't use the spells very often. But yeah, no, having this, I think Snowy use this against the Radiants? I forget.
I don't know.
Because I remember that they went crazy with the spells, and I think they ended up beating Radiance like 2nd or 3rd try. I think.
Yeah.
So, it is a good charm. I'm not even gonna think about knocking it.
Yeah.
So let me see this one. Let me make sure.
Stalwart Shell.
Stalwart Shell. Yes. Recovery from damage, the bearer will remain invulnerable for longer.
I think it's B. So it's a get good moment, but it's not really worth the 2.
I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B because yeah, if you're learning the game, I think it's okay, and you get a chance to run away and stuff a little bit better. Stalwart Shell F tier, and I won't hear otherwise. You're hearing otherwise. It's good for beginners, Tuda. And that's gonna be for another one of these that we're gonna go into also. But I think it's not as good as what I'm gonna talk about soon. So it's not something at the end that I personally would think about using. Yeah, it's just okay.
Yeah.
It's just okay. Worst holiday takes I've heard. It's an objective tier list, Tuna, so of course I'm right. Yeah, so I mean, there's not much I can say about it. That's the thing, though. It's just not one that I really use that much. I just didn't have a use for it. Now the next one is let me see.
Steady Body.
Steady Body.
I like this one a lot, especially like the first half of my first playthrough. I pretty much always had it because it was really useful for controlling space, and while not being used to the knockback of the game, and it costs 1. So.
And that's why I'm putting it at the bottom. I'm actually gonna put it above Crimchild. So actually, so here's the thing with this one is this is actually a very good charm for 1 notch, and the fact that you can kind of just keep swinging, it's pretty solid. It's good for beginners, but it's not one that I want to get used to because eventually there are going to be other charms that I want to integrate into my build, and I'd hate to have to get used to not getting knocked back from a blade essentially.
Waste of Notch could have
Waste of
Compass
Notch
on.
could just have
I
Compass on.
would generally agree, but Tuna, it's okay. You can have that and Wayward Compass on instead of Shape of Oon, like Kidling stupid ass, and then you're fine.
Yeah, there you go.
There's your 2 spots that he wasted on that, so it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, again, though, it's not one like I'm pretty sure I used it in my first ever playthrough of it because I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But like as you grow and get better at the game, it becomes a little less useful. But for beginners, though, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so Shroom Spore or Spore Shroom, excuse me.
That's not Spore Shroom.
That's not Spore Shroom?
Spore Shroom's on the bottom.
Different one. Oops.
That's one of the... no, that's Unbreakable. Which one is that one?
Unbreakable Heart. Okay.
Is that Art? Yeah.
So, this one, it's essentially this here. Now, the thing with this one is that, with I guess Lifeblood is that you don't get to keep those masks if you don't if you get hit until you refresh at a bench. As opposed to this one here, you get to keep those masks, and you get to heal them up.
Correct.
The only downside though is that you get it near the end of the game and it's expensive. I'm putting it here. I'm gonna put it right there. The only reason, again, because you get it so late and it's so expensive to get. You're paying to get it from Leg Eater. So there's that, and then you pay to get it fixed, and that is over 10,000 a geo to use.
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy. So now it being 2 notches, I think that's actually really good for what you get, but it just being so expensive, yeah, it's gonna stay there. We'll get into that, Sleepy. Waste of Notch could have Compass on. So yeah, that's why we're putting this one in C. Okay, so then let me see. This one is Unbreakable Strength. Yeah, we're putting that in S. I'm putting Unbreakable Strength in S.
I would say A.
The thing corrupt. You think A?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love having this thing on, and it didn't. Once I was able to get it, it did not stay off of the build.
No, that's fair. I used it quite a lot too. I would sacrifice it for some utility that I didn't want to get rid of. But and that's why I'm saying A. But no, I mean that's fine. It's the best Unbreakable by far.
Yeah. So here's the thing is, on an objective opinion here is that people really like this one again just because 50% it's a 50% increase of power. So once you get your max nail, you're doing damage. You're killing the regular bugs and stuff throughout Hollow Nest in one shot.
Right.
And that's amazing. Against bosses, makes things a lot less spooky in my opinion.
Sacrifice for Quick Slash and your DPS goes up. No, don't sacrifice for Quick Slash. Remember, this is Kidlink's list. Sacrifice for Shape of Oon and then just do Quick Slash that are stronger. Everything that's problem. 2, we're just going to sacrifice Shape of Oon for because we make sense. Remember that, Tuna.
The only issue I have with it is that it's the most expensive item in the game, and it's like 12,000 geos, so I might put it a little lower. Here, I'll put it, I could make Tuna angry and put it below Shape of Oon, but no, we're not going to do that. I'll put it a tiny bit lower. But just being able to,
I mean, we both said A, we don't care.
Hits in and out. Huh?
I mean, we will said, hey, he's not going to be that mad about wherever it is in S probably, compared to other things that we were doing in front of his eyes.
Needs to hear these things for his next first playthrough of Hollow Knight. Ah, yes. We're not gonna. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Your thoughts?
I think I use Weaver Song some. I don't think S. I would put it A just because I liked my pets as well, and because you put the bar way too high for pets with Child in A for sure.
That's why it's an S.
No, Weaver Song's fun, and it
it's
has
at the bottom
it has
of S.
places. It's not S at all.
That is the spider charm, yes. So there is utility in these guys, being that.
I agree. I had fun with Weaver Song as well, but no, not S. Not even close.
So I'm putting him here because passive damage wise, if you set Weaver Song up with Grub Song, which we're gonna get into that one in a moment.
Yeah, but that's only when you take
the fact
damage.
that you get that passive soul collection, and there is another buff that you can give it, which I honestly don't find very useful. But you can give another buff where they can do even more as well. Getting that passive damage and getting that passive soul back means it's way above this one over here. The only reason why I'm not putting it even higher than these guys over here is there's one place I would not take these guys, and that is in Fog Canyon, because that's a death trap there. That is the only place I would not take them, and that's why they're so low in here. They're going to be at the bottom of S for the remainder here, because I know that, like, there are better things you can do. But A, I like my little dudes, and they were just so helpful in some of the bosses that where you can't collect soul. These things collect soul for you when you're fighting the collector, because when you hit the collector, you don't get soul, but these things hit him, you do. And against the false champion, these things are a godsend because they collect the soul for you, and you cannot until until you knock the maggot out of the armor.
Sure.
This is objectively wrong. You can't be objectively wrong. So that's why I like having these guys with me in the Pantheon, because they were a lot of the reason why I was able to beat the Pure Vessel, because I was able to get enough soul to collect in order to do whatever I needed to do, while he was parrying, because he doesn't hit you when they hit, like, he can't parry them. So if they hit him while he's parrying, doesn't matter. You get that soul, you get those extra hits in too. That's for a lot of the bosses that parry. So you're getting a little bit of extra damage when you don't get that damage initially. So cutie patootie summoning. I again, I had the good boys here with me, except for two other ones, except for him and one other one we'll get into. But I think the utility of these guys, I think, is overlooked in what they can actually do. So that's why they're at the bottom of S, and they're going to stay at the very bottom of S, because I know that they're not super amazing. But for me personally, they were a godsend in some of the fights that I had.
Sure.
But yeah, that's why they're there. So I know they're not super amazing, but I think the build that I was going for, they fit in there perfectly, and they just work so well together. I didn't have them in a Nightmare Grim this time. I had them the first time also. That I ever fought him. This playthrough, though, they were not there this time. I wanted to do it without using them, just to prove that I could potentially, like, get the healing spots down, and when I needed to fight, I could. In this run, though, I didn't need it for Grim. They were a godsend on Pure Vessel, who's, in my opinion, a lot harder than Grim. So, and I wanted to beat the game fast.
Nothing wrong with having your hand held sometimes if you want to.
Yay! It's fun. Okay, so Baldur's Shell.
C.
You think C? I'm gonna put
it's such early game baby mode, and any time that you actually would need to use it, it's not that hard. Just fucking heal at the right time, and even then, anything that you feel like you actually need it for is just gonna break it.
Exactly. If it didn't break it, like if you didn't have to restore it, like at a bench every time you used it, I think it'd be a little bit better. But the thing is, like, if in like baby mode, if you come in here with like you don't know when the boss is coming, right? So
Right.
like you like, you know, let's say you don't have this, you know, like ready to go when you get to a boss and you die. You know, you then have to go through the process of putting him on, going to the boss, learning the patterns, maybe getting hit a couple times. The only reason why I'm not putting it in F like Tuna wants me to is the fact that it does do a little, like, I think you take it when in bosses that can do potentially 2 mask of damage. I think it can kind of mediate that a little bit and helps out a little bit in that situation.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why it's not going a little bit lower. But yeah, as you said, it is baby mode.
Yeah.
Baby mode. Okay, then no making nail longer or damage upgrades. That's just baby mode for real, for real. I didn't have long nail on when I beat Pure Vessel. I didn't have it on there. I didn't need it. So eventually, yeah, like sometimes nail length is just like, you know, not worth it. But in a casual playthrough, I think these are still really good, as opposed to this one here where it breaks and then you have nothing. So then the training just gets harder. It's very meh. Okay, so this one here, this is what's something melody?
Carefree Melody.
That Carefree Melody. And I do know what this one does. I've talked about it. You get this one if you banish the Grim Troop.
Yep.
If you banish the Grim Troop. Now, I would say it's better than Grimchild, but I didn't get to use it. So
It would, and it's still F.
Yeah.
It is better than Grimchild, and it's F still.
So yeah, I know people do hype it up a bit because they say, you know, hey, you have a chance of not getting hit, but in order to make that an actual like thing, you got to get hit like 7 or 8 times before it can truly activate
3
it.
slots to maybe have a hit not hurt you is not worth to me.
I think it's got a little bit more utility than these two here, but it's not something that I would want to rely on. I never want to rely on chance. So yeah, I do agree with Tuna on this one.
Yeah, no,
you rather take Shape of Oon, yeah. So if Tuna says that they'd rather take Shape of Oon, then yes, we will put this one in F tier because, and you know, you get a choice between that or this one here, and I found more utility with Grimmy as opposed to this one here.
You hear
you
that?
do get an extra character to hang out with you in Dirtmouth, but that's it.
You hear that, Tuna? If you want something in F, just say you'd rather take Shape of Oon. Yeah, no, we all agree there.
Yeah, Dashmaster.
Yeah,
I know you love this one. Where would you put this one?
Well, I would reorder a lot of S, but it's like middle S for sure.
You put it in middle S.
No, it's so good moving around, and also just in fights. It is so fucking good.
I never use it in fights. I just like being able to control space and not have the panic option.
Helpful.
So the thing with this one is, it doesn't. If you use it with Shade Cloak, it doesn't. Renew the invincibility on the second dash, does it?
No, it's so your shade cloak is still the same frequency as it would normally be, but you're basically like doubling up the amount of dashes you can do. So like, if say it was a big attack or something that you're trying to get away from, you can double dash out very quickly, or triple dash, and you know, half to a third of that or whatever is still shade cloak. Like it's just so good. And to be able just to weave in and out of bosses, not to mention just like enjoyment of the game. I was throwing around I was having Sprint Master and Dash Master on almost the entire time. And they just didn't come off because it was so much nicer to use both of them, and Dash Master in particular is very, very helpful in boss fights as well. It's an S.
So with me, like, you think you would say S, I would, just because, again, it's not, I don't remember if I even used it that much in my first playthrough. It's been so long. I don't remember using this one very much. is movement wise, it's very good. Especially if you know the place where you're going. So once you're like, once you know the map insanely well, then yeah, popping this on to get to where you need to go really fast, that is definitely the way. We're gonna get into, I should honestly rank this one next.
What, Sprintmaster?
Not Sprint Master. I know you have
No,
slow
no.
down here, but this guy.
Keep Wayward Compass for last. Best for last.
You want to keep it for last?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Keep it right where it is.
I'm gonna put it. Because again, it was one that I didn't use personally. I know that it's also pretty popular, and I know that you really like it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna put it. You know what? I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna put it right here because I used this one. Ended up using this one objectively way more because I didn't use this one at all. But I do understand though where you are coming from and why you would really love this.
Yeah, that stream delay was making me worried. I thought you were gonna put that beneath Grimchild. I was about to cry.
No, I'm not that bad. I'm not that mean. If this one, if like, I could maybe see like using it if it was like maybe one notch, but then that would kill the point of another one that we're gonna get into that you noted earlier just now.
Also, I didn't say so at the beginning, but if I have to leave randomly, it's because my sync fell out.
Oh no! What happened?
Apparently, this morning, just at some point, when it wasn't being used, my kitchen sink just fell from the glue underneath the thing. It's just sitting like 3 inches beneath where it should on the garbage disposal underneath the sink.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
I've
Yeah,
I mean, I'm still using it or whatever, but when I came back from work early, since the portal for me to put in maintenance requests is down, I went into the office and then they're like, yeah, well, come check it out. And the maintenance guy was right there, so they might come back at any time. That's why. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, let me know if, stop me if I'm yapping.
If the maintenance guy walks in, I'll just be like, hey, maintenance is here, and then I'll mute my mic and go be like, hey, look, see, I've been lying, my sink fell out. Please make it not falling out.
This is why Kid Lake had to have 2 first playthroughs, holy F. No, it was the third one, by the way. The second one, I didn't use the compass. The third one, yes. Yeah, let me know, and then we can read chat. I can read chat and argue.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a deep focus, right?
Deep focus.
Okay. There is one spot I would use this, and that is in the Path of Pain, and or I would maybe use it in Path of Pain, and maybe use it in the White Palace. I did use it in White Palace, actually.
I mean, if you're going to spend that many slots on something in Path of Pain, I would just use High Blood. Exactly. I used it early game sometimes because it was helpful when you were bad at, some fights. I would put it at the top of C with how badly we're ranking things, personally. Actually, no, above Joni's Blessing is where I would put it.
You think above Joni's?
Yeah.
I just, that was the only place I use it, and again, for the 4 that it was, and...
I mean, that's fine if that's what we want to do.
So, the thing is, though, with it, is that you're making it, I can see more utility out of High Blood than this one here, because you're wasting more time on focusing to get that potential double heal. And in situations where you need to have a quick heal, this is not it. So that's why when you can kind of take it slow and steady, having this is nice. But that's only, in my opinion, in 2 spots where it's important. That's why I'm putting it at the top of F. With High Blood, there is utility in that, and you can use it in combat, and it is useful there. But here, though, and it just kind of slows down your game.
Yeah, no, I mean, deep focus, that's fine. Keep it F. I'm not mad at that.
Killing Ranking have no been justified once yet. He has talked the most exactly.
Why justifying only talk?
Yeah, to know what the heck.
Defender's Crest is fun because that can actually combine with Weaverlings, can't it? So you can have some.
No, it combines with Glowing Womb.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I actually use Defender's Crest and Glowing Womb just to have some fucking nukes in some things.
So I did use it in the very first time that I fought Grim. Now, utility-wise, I'm gonna put this at the bottom of B, um, because
Fuck that.
so like the reason why I'm doing that. Where did it go? Like, what? Where'd it go?
Just drop it.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like just behind.
yeah. I dropped it. Yeah, no, it blended so well I couldn't see it. So in the Pantheon, the fact that we were able to change into this, and then change off of it is what made the run a little bit easier. I like that it also does have some merit and some of the story as well too. If you put this on when you're talking to the White Lady, she thinks that the Dung Defender's there with you, which is I think pretty cool.
Oh, that's funny.
It has, yeah, it does also have some. It does have some uses with Leg Eater. He loves the smell. You know, and he charges less to get to his charms.
Yeah, well, Leg Eater also gives me I'm a grope you vibes, so I don't like Leg Eater.
Yeah, he kind of weird. That's why we try not to hang out with him that often. But he does reduce the price of stuff, which is kind of cool.
That's kind of funny.
And
I didn't know that.
the utility of that, you're like, I mean, you're also this also does combo with a Deep Focus, I think. But like you leaving a little trail behind you. When I was fighting the Lost Kin, I put this on after a few tries. I put it on and I beat him right after that. Having this thing, being able to kill things that only take one shot, doesn't matter the damage. One shot trailing behind you is so nice because you don't have to worry about it. You can just focus on healing or getting in damage on the Lost Kin there, which is why I put it here because I think in that one boss fight, it is insanely good.
Sure.
I put it, yeah, I put it above these guys just mostly for that. And just doing that little tiny extra damage near enemies is, I think, okay too. I mean, just take Fury of Fallen instead to save the notch. It's one notch tuna. I can't knock something that bad that's only one notch, and it does have some utility to it. But it's not like amazing. It's again an okay charm. Killing with the stank. Exactly. Yes. What do you like about it, Luke?
Defender's Crest. Not much, but that's fine. Yeah. But no, Crest and Womb is a good combo. That's the only reason I think it's decent.
Now the downside with it, though, which is why it's gonna be probably at the bottom of C, is that it does weaken a very good charm that we're gonna get into, which is this guy here, the Fluke Nest.
Fluke Nest is top of A. The amount of damage that Fluke is fucking crazy. Fluke Nest is top of A. It's by far the best. The best spell changer. That's not just a buff.
I agree.
No, combining like Shaman Stone and Fluke Nest is actually fucking crazy. Like you can just get through some boss phases with a few hits.
There we go.
You move Strength.
Okay. It was an accident. Oh. It's fine now though. Yeah, Tuna's saying F tier again.
Yeah.
Tuna, I don't think he used it. It does amazing damage.
Yeah, no, Fluke
the only downside to it is that, like, you have to be kind of up close to, like, get the full damage that it does do. But the damage is really good.
No, against, like, a big enemy that you can easily get all of the flukes that come out in the Vengeful Spirit to hit, it is great. Yeah. No, like, it doesn't feel balanced if you get it to work well. It feels like it should be less.
Insanely good. Like if it was a if this was a pre-patch, it would be an S tier because
even post-patch, I wouldn't be mad if they nerfed it again. I feel like it would make a little bit of sense to take another 15% off damage or something.
It's really good. I didn't use it a whole ton, but I do like I showed it off actually, and I did show the merits of this badge. But again, with the build that I was going for, it just did not fit in there.
Yeah.
But I do know objectively why. Like, I do know that it is a solid charm.
Oh yeah, no, exactly.
Which is why it's not like, any higher.
Fluke Nest is on just about everyone that is very good or like speed running or trying to do bosses quickly, there's a reason why they're all using Shaman Stone. And
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
if you are good with
As
your aim
Ziggy
with it,
says.
it is bonkies.
Fury of the Fallen. I don't personally F with this one. It's 2 notches for the price of you're about to die.
Yeah.
You start doing hella crazy damage. Tuna score putting in an A because I guess Tuna's base like that.
Based is a
that
word.
is the full definition of being a glass cannon.
Yeah, I would put it in top of B, behind Dreamweaver.
You think behind Dreamweaver?
Yeah.
Like, if it was a little cheaper, if it was like 1 notch,
It should be a little bit less of a buff and 1 notch, but relying on that and is not worth the notch for me. Certainly not worth 2.
Nah, if it was just 1, I think it would be a lot better. But it's not something that I would mess with. Now, if you're running it where, oh, it's nice to have, you know, like it's nice to have an extra couple hits in, then heal, it's fine. But with the build that I was going for, I don't want to be in that range of almost always dying.
Fury of the Fallen is super clutch and massive vibes.
There's
well,
no vibes
apparently also is Grimchild when you're doing just fine. So
I'd rather have Grimmy over this one. I like having, you know, like a little bit extra passive damage if I'm like off healing. And, you know, then you heal, and then the other thing is that I think this thing is really trash in fights that do two mass. It's almost worthless in that case. Because if you heal to 2 mass, then you get hit and you're dead, so you don't get that extra buff.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like all super amazing. I might put it lower, like in B. I don't think it's like as good as these guys here. I'm gonna put it behind these two. I'll put it above Defender's Crest, but I think we're gonna put it like there. Again, like if you like playing like that on the edge, then hey, go for it. But that's I don't like being close to death, so it's just not something that I would ever think of using.
I have many things to say about this next one, but I will be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, do your thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot to say about this one too. Yeah, that's why we're gonna put it in a certain spot, Tuna. I agree with you 100% on this one. We're gonna get into where I'm gonna put this one. There's just so much utility. Well, I mean, like, not even really utility, I guess, but it's just such a nice charm to have. Goose, Geoswarm, I think is extremely good utility for early to mid to gather up Geo for shops. It's also cute. Yeah, I think they're also pretty adorable too. Yeah, we're gonna get into that, Tuna. You'll see where we put it. You're gonna see where we put it. We're keeping Oon and S.
Alrighty.
Here. Oh, you're back?
I'm back. So
Nice.
Gathering Swarm for the vibes and enjoyment alone is fucking S tier. Also because there's hardly any places in this game where the Geo will fall into and not still be gathered up. So you just get your money's worth for the things you kill. It's fucking great. And also, I am very OCD about things, and I would, and have, while I don't have it, go back around and maybe even hurt myself trying to get all the fucking pennies. So for 1 slot, I will absolutely put on Gathering Swarm if I can.
We're gonna put the only reason why, like, I had this thing on like for the entirety of the playthrough.
Oh, same. Yeah.
There were very few spots where I needed it, or where I didn't have it on.
Right.
That's why we're gonna put it at the very bottom of A. I love this thing to death. And you are right. The utility of it, it's so good, especially in the early game when you need to be collecting that geo. And it's one notch, which is it can fit into any build essentially. The only downside though is that once you gotten all the geo in the game, you don't need it anymore. It's done. That's the only problem.
I still have OCD and I will collect it. So
I know, but like even like I have OCD too, and even then though, like even when I know that I don't need a geo, I don't go and pick it up because I know I don't need it.
Well, no. I mean, by that same logic, at the end of the game, you shouldn't fucking suck anymore. Yet you still have Shape of Moon on, but whatever.
Well, yeah, but I like him because he looks cute when he's using it too.
Okay.
So like like again, once you get all the geo in the world, like at that point. You don't really need it. And, like, even then, though, with Oon, just, again, you can dodge stuff and make your hitbox smaller in a pinch. It's just nice. So, hi, Speedster. How's Heavy Blow higher than Fragile Strength? It's not? Oh, Fragile Strength.
No, Fragile.
We have these here just because, like, there are better... Like, we have the Unbreakables.
You're just ranking the Unbreakables. You're not ranking the Fragils.
We're just leaving these in F just because there are, like, once you do make them better, like, once you upgrade them, then these things just vanish. So that's why. How you doing, Speedster? Actually, but Swarm is still A because that's why they're in F, just because they can break. And they're better. Why is her Nail Master Glory here twice?
Yeah, I noticed that. I said it earlier.
Yeah,
but okay. Just don't worry about it.
But yeah, that's why we're leaving.
You get a better chance to put it higher in S. Let's go. All right, Grubberfly's Elegy. Yeah, that's C. That shit sucks. It's not worth 3 slots at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it.
It's nice, but if you're in a time when you actually need or want the extra damage, you're only probably at full health like a third of the time. It is fun to play with, but no, it ain't.
Yeah.
That one ain't it. It's certainly for
once you lose the mask,
it's
gone, and it's like if you're going hitless, if you're doing a hitless run, then I can see this thing being kind of useful. But the only problem though is that it takes forever to get it. That's the other main thing is that you have to find all the grubs, and that's
but you're
gonna the games are gonna get that.
You're just gonna want that in fights where you want extra damage, and you can literally just do. Fucking any of the strength up ones, or it's 3 slots. That's Mark of Pride instead. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And again, once you get hit, you lose it.
Yeah,
now
exactly.
it does synergize with Fury of the Fallen, where when you're down to 1 and you have these two together, then it does give you it does give you that that sword beam. At 1 heart as well, but you are using 5 notches for that. I don't think it's worth it.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, that's why that one's staying down there.
Based off of the rest of this, I would still put it mid C, but I'd put it above.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even touch it.
Okay.
I wouldn't even think of touching it. Yeah, I just don't think it's that good. Grub Song.
Grub Song combines with a number of things.
Where here do I put? I think I'm gonna put.
It's not S.
I'm gonna put it. You don't think it's S?
It's A. It's based off this list. It's still A, maybe higher A. Objectively B.
So again, I want to put it above Weaverlings though, because this is again one that I kept.
You can put that above Weaverlings. Don't put that above Nail Master's Glory.
Yeah, I'll put these two together just because they go together.
Okay, so you can put them on the other side of that then, you fucking weirdo.
But I think though that they're better than Weaverlings. It's better than to have for Weaverlings because you get this thing early.
Mm-hmm.
You get soul if you get hit, so you're not like you're punished if you get hit, but you can kind of circumvent that by maybe getting a little bit of healing.
Grub Song and Pets is fun. I definitely play
and it buffs
that.
Weaverlings. It buff Weaverlings. I think it's just a solid thing to have, and I kept it on for as long as possible. I took it off for Grim. I did take it off for Grim because I didn't want to get hit in that fight.
Yeah.
And I put on something else that ended up helping out more. That's why it's not even higher than some of the other ones here, like higher than Nail Master, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I think for like you're as a beginner or as me, I had it on the entire time. I think it's amazing.
It is just one slot. If it was two
have.
slots, it'd be a lot lower what it does, but one slot is if you like it, it's fine.
Speedster says that heavy blow. So I wanted to put it in F.
I'm aware of objectively.
Yeah, I wanted to put it in F. But Luke did mention that they found uses.
I found a couple uses for it early game first playthrough where I liked it.
That's why we put it at the bottom of C. Because he found uses for it.
Namely for the fat enemies that are just right up on you, even if you have quick slash after hitting them, regardless. So, yeah. That's one reason why I used it a little bit early game before I got.
Yeah, that's why I didn't put it in complete trash tier, because Luke was able to find uses for it, but it's definitely not for me personally. So, quick focus. I don't know what to do with this guy.
Quick focus. I like
over here. I do like this one. This one came in clutch for me. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put it. Not there. Oh my gosh. Man, this thing is so buggy.
Quick focus F tier. Really anything that changes your heals make you more susceptible to taking needless damage. That just isn't true, Tuna. Even Shape of Oon and quick focus would both make it so it's a lot easier to heal in the places like Nightmare King Grim, where you said there's no place to heal, even though there was. Just saying.
Well, like, I do know that there are times to heal, but being able to heal during some of the attacks that you can do, having the option to heal is nice. I didn't have this also on during the Grim fight, but I did put it on during one of the Colosseums and during the.
I used it during a Colosseum as well.
Yeah, and this thing goes really well with Oon as well, because again, you scurry really fast. Really fast. Like, you're really moving. Like, I think you're moving even faster than you are when you're just like doing a regular walk. When you have this and Oon together. It's 3 notches, which is, I'm just very meh on that. That's why I didn't have it on all that often. It's not something that I didn't personally use it that much, Tuna. Hi, Farby. Bro just called Kid Link a noon. So I mean, like, I think it's good. Where would you put it, Luke? Do you think it should stay in A?
I would have put it probably in B.
You think B? I mean, like, there are some.
But I would also still move down 2 of the things that are in A to B as well.
Yeah.
I think Grimchild and Lifeblood Core are not as good as Quick Focus, but those also.
Well, yeah, that's why Quick Focus is above Grimchild.
Yeah,
because I know that it's better.
I know you made your false line in A because you wanted Grimchild there. I got it.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab my my laptop charger because I didn't know that we've been streaming this long. So give me 1 second.
Okay. All right, guys, it's just me here now. Everyone say slurs in chat. Hurry up, go. Say slurs and report the stream for bullying. Fuck you, Farblow. What the hell, man? Excuse me, Sleepy? Wait, what is that word? I haven't, Hunter. I'm in Act 2. Been taking my time and also a lot. Sleepy, what does that word mean? Son of a bitch in German? Oh, I'm gonna allow that. That's fine.
Okay. What are y'all talking about?
Don't worry about it. I didn't say anything while you were gone.
Yeah, I figured you would.
No.
Have y'all beat Silksong yet, Hunter? No, I haven't. Gosh, Farby, what's going on?
I was asking what Hurenson means, and Farblow said son of a bitch in German, and that's why. I said, oh, that's fine. I thought it was an actual, because I said everyone say slurs and report the stream for bullying while you were gone. And then Sleepy said that, so.
It's fine, Kid Link. This is what happens when I leave you guys alone for 30 seconds. Okay. Quick Slash.
Based off this list,
I didn't use this once. I'm putting it in F tier, Tuna. You can't stop me.
That's really weird behavior. Based off this list, it's an A.
Yeah, no, this is going in S. I know that this is an amazing charm.
It's very good.
Oh my god, my mouse is like being really funky right now. I think I think I had. Did I put those together? No, I'm gonna put this here. My mouse is being really crazy. Okay. Where did I put it here? No, I know that this is an amazing charm.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to be objective about it. I didn't really use it that much, but I know that when you are really good at the combat in this game, if you play this game, play the crap out of this game, you're going to want this charm. 3 notches for, 2 quick nail hits? Yeah. No, I definitely don't. Quick Slash is F tier because the fast clicking is damaging my hands. Actually true, yeah, we're gonna put it in F tier.
I'm not acknowledging it, Tuna.
Wait, the Luke Shark? Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, you would put this in S tier, Luke, I'm assuming. I know this is a great
Yeah,
charm.
I'd be fine with that. Yeah, no, quick slash. Quick slash.
So, like, I don't know if I call it the best charm in the game, but I do know that a lot of people put it up there. I don't know if it's the best, though. Like, I would maybe put it, just for me personally, maybe below strength. But I do know that it is an amazing charm. So that's why I would definitely put it.
I'm fine with it anywhere in S.
Within, like, the top 5, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Anywhere in S, yeah.
Yeah, no, it belongs there.
So what is this one again?
Sharp Shadow. I used Sharp Shadow a lot on my first playthrough. It was fun.
Yeah, I used it a little bit. I used it once in our playthrough against the Watcher Knights, but I didn't need it then. I do know that this is a pretty nice charm to have.
I liked it. Based off this list, I'd put it low A.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Has its place.
Oh my god, this stinking mouse. Okay.
Better wake up. You have an interview.
Ayo.
Yeah, Gavin has an interview today.
Oh, another one?
Well, I mean, he's not trying to just be a Domino's delivery driver, and that's a part-time job anyway.
Yeah, no, I get you.
It's for like a steel mill job that mostly makes a shitload of doors in Linden.
I got you. That's good.
Hey, Gavin, Farblow says hi.
Hi, Farblow.
Tell him I say hi too.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, okay. Showchat is cool. Haven't found it yet though. Do you want to know where it is? Or are you want it to be surprise?
What's that next one? Why am I not remembering?
Nah. Okay. The next one is Soul Catcher.
Oh.
Soul Catcher. I want to put it at the very top of. Oh. I want to put it objectively.
It's a solid A. It's not S.
It's a solid A.
It's not. It's definitely not S though. You don't need it if you're decent, but it's very helpful, and it's for 2 slots. If you want to use it, it's fine.
Hang on. This I don't know if it's a site being finicky or if my mouse is being weird. Because I keep trying to drag stuff and it is dragging stuff I don't want it to drag. Yeah. I would put it here. Again, just because I used it a ton. And I ended up swapping. I almost I swapped it out at one point for this guy here because at that point I realized I just need to not get hit. So I ended up putting it on instead of this one. But generally speaking, though, before I had Grub Song and before I had enough charms, I had this one, or like, and I had enough charms or charm notches to use this one. I had this one on almost all the time. It is a very good one. From the 9 ads on screen. I'm not paying to get rid of these ads.
Bro acting like an ad blocker is paid.
Yeah. I mean, like, the other thing, though, is that you get this so early. Like, this is technically could be the first or second charm that you get in the game. The first one you can technically get is actually this one here if you know where to go at the very start. But this is, generally speaking, the very first charm that you get. And I think it's pretty nice to have. So that's why it's at the very top of A.
Yeah.
So Spore Shroom.
It's funny, but it's not that good.
Yeah.
It's funny, and if you want to use it for one slot, whatever. But like, why?
Yeah.
I think I used that a few times, like with other silly one slot things. So I just had like 9 charms going, and that's about it.
I'll put it here just because you can combo it with like Deep Focus and make the Spore Cloud a lot bigger. And it also does have some story purpose technically with the Mushroom Men, which we didn't find in our playthrough. I wasn't sure where they were. If you put this on, you can understand them, and I think they give you more lore about it.
Oh no, that is true. Yeah, I actually did equip it and do that on my 112% playthrough, and it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, just talking to them.
I wasn't able to find them. I don't think I activated them soon enough. So, yeah. So I think it's cool. It does have some purpose in the story as well, which is kind of neat. But as a gameplay wise, I was very meh on it.
Just very meh.
It's just meh. Yeah, like a lot of these guys are just meh here. Dashmaster. I know that you like this one a lot.
No, that's Sprint Master. We already did Dash Master.
Sprint Master, right?
Sprint Master is very nice, but it's more quality of life than you need this in a fight or whatever. So I'd put it at solid A.
Here's the thing with this one is if you're gonna put Dash Master up in S, this has to be way lower because this is, I think, faster than this here.
Oh, it's so not. It's so not nearly as useful in a fight. No. It's still nice, exactly. And I would keep it on if I could, but no, I would put it between Quick Focus and Spell Twister myself.
I was gonna put it
just because it's nice.
I was gonna put it. I was gonna be very generous and put it like maybe between like maybe here.
If you want,
because it does have some utilization also with Weaver Song, which I think would be cool. I just ended up not using it much. And again, once you're able to dash and just, zoom around with like Dash Master, it kind of makes this one a little bit pointless.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So I'm gonna put it in B just because it could be worse. I would maybe even put it at the top of C because there is some utilization, but movement wise, once you get this guy here, this guy just kind of becomes useless in my opinion. So that's why I'll put it in like the middle of B because you want to put it in a little bit like middle A. I'll put it in the middle of B.
Yeah.
Tuna says F, of course. Okay.
I like Steady Body, especially first playthrough. Honestly.
This is the one that so this is the one where you get less knockback. And for one charm, I think that's okay. I found one utilization for it though, and that was in the Path of Pain because you can reduce the knockback a little bit that the bugs can knock you into the spikes, and that can save you. So that was, however, the only utilization I found. Yeah, not, like fighting in like a place where there are spikes and stuff, that can be like decent. Farby says C tier.
I really liked it until I got used to the movement about halfway through first playthrough, and I was using it constantly because it is just one shot. But then realizing that it's actually nice to be able to get a little bit of pushback off of hitting, so as to not get hit or run into things. When I stopped using it, I'd put it the way we have it. Probably. I'd put it behind High Blood. Honestly,
you think behind High Blood even?
Yeah,
Okay.
objectively, I liked it early on, but now that I'm used to it, and after I was used to it, I would probably never use it again, really.
These are two different ones, Sleepy. This one is a steady body, and the one you're looking at, this one here, right? That one is which one is that one again?
Oh, there was a double steady
Oh
body. What
gosh,
the heck?
was there a double steady body? Wait, what?
Yeah,
No, no, no. There's
there's double steady
huh?
body as well. Yeah, never mind.
What did they do? Hang on a second. Wait. Because I know that there is one that we had talked about. Let me see. Hang on.
I mean, it's good for early game learning it, so as to
Where's
not
the
like
other one that we were looking
bounce
at?
off of enemies and fall into spikes, but that's probably about it.
Stalwart Shell is the one I was thinking of. So,
Yeah, just take off the one
where's
in B.
Stalwart Shell there? Where did Stalwart? Where was? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I guess there is just. Okay, so I don't know. Oh, maybe I dragged this over by accident. It's very possible, just because the mouse is being funky. Okay. So this one here, it's I think this one, Thorns of Agony for one notch for beginners, and since you get it early, I think it's very only okay for beginners.
Yeah, I mean, I
Um,
used it like again, same thing, like first half of my first playthrough, and honestly, like it did get me through a couple of things. Or like when you're just getting overwhelmed by enemies in a room, that thing was fucking awesome for primal
yeah.
aspids. Fuck those things, and I would get hit by them trying to hit them and then I just fucking and then they die, and that was helpful. And then my S tier gathering swarm would pick up the pieces for me, you know.
It's good for beginners.
It is.
That's why I'm not gonna put
I
it in
think
F
that
tier,
one should
and for
be
the
top of
cost.
C for
You think
that
top of C?
reason. No, it can't be an Unbreakable Heart. It should be above Joni's Blessing.
There we go. I think that looks a little better.
Yeah.
I did use it the very first stream, or like, yeah, the first or second stream that I got it, I did use it a little bit.
Mhm.
So I did find some merit with it, which is why I'm putting it here.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you just get better at the game, yeah, it's not good.
Oh no, early or even like mid game, once I got like Sharp Shadow and Void Cloak, I was still bad because that's actually I took like a break for like a few months and came back and didn't know how to play the game, and so
Mhm.
I will be honest, I was just Dash Master, Thorns of Agony, fucking spiky cloaking enemies because I kept just dashing through them before my Shade Cloak was back, and then I would still hit them. It was fine.
I think it's okay. It's okay for beginners, and
Yeah,
but it's just only okay.
yeah, I agree.
Um, so this
Unbreakable
one here,
Greed.
yeah.
I liked it.
So
I would use it. Like if I was not just going around, Gathering Swarm, Unbreakable Greed, Dash and Sprint Master was a vibe.
I'm
It's a
putting
B.
it in the bottom of B because once you get it, having it when you're just kind of going from place to place is really nice.
Oh yeah.
Now the downside that I have with it though is that it's, again, once you've gotten all the geo that you need, very similar to Gathering Swarm, but Gathering Swarm is one notch and almost for free. This thing is, I think, two notches, and it costs like this is 9,000 geo. I think this one was like it's expensive. um and once you have all the money in the world, then you don't need it, then that's it. It's, yeah. So that's why it's, at the bottom of B tier.
Hmm.
That being said, if you're really good at the game and you won't die once, I will say that Fragile Greed is better, because if you're running it in Steel Soul, it doesn't matter if you die, and if you have this on, you can get all the geo that you want, and have it early. But again, once you have all the geo, then it's useless. So that's why I would put it at the very bottom of B tier. By the time you get Unbreakable Greed, though, it's most likely useless at that point. So with my playthrough, I ended up actually using it for a few streams, just to kind of collect without like my reasoning for why it's here is if for me I didn't want to grind, I didn't want to grind the Colosseum. I wanted to rather just kind of explore the world. And having this on while exploring some places that I hadn't gone to yet was really nice. And just kind of backtracking to like find like certain stuff made it a nice little charm to have. It did come off eventually, but I didn't want to grind in the game.
Right.
How's that better than Unbreakable Heart though? It's not. Where's Unbreakable Heart?
Top of C.
Oh, okay.
Unbreakable Heart, I would actually argue should be moved up to B.
Here, we'll do this in that case.
Just swap them.
There we go. Yeah, I'll just swap them in that case.
Yeah, whatever.
So, I mean, yeah, it does have its uses, like, kind of mid-game to later game, because you can't get this until you've unlocked Grim, and then you have to pay for it, so. Less digging, more discovering gets started. Exactly. Oh, you're talking about whatever's going on over here. This is just Unbreakable Heart, right?
Yeah. So,
yeah.
only things left are,
So,
Void Heart, which we shouldn't even really rank it, just for King Soul and does nothing.
So I'm gonna put it here though because it's free, and it is what King Soul becomes. And for the story-wise, I'm gonna put it in S because it's important and it does unlock stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it I'll put it at the top of S, just like kind of like as a placeholder that this is a very important thing that you need to have in order to complete 112% of the game.
Right.
For the story. And the last one.
The thing that truly goes on the top of S, our best friend, Wayward Compass.
Yeah. Honestly, putting it because you wouldn't be able to find a Void Heart. Oh my god, this stupid website. You wouldn't be able to find anything without it. I had this thing on almost the entirety of the game. I just love being able to look at my map and see where I was going.
Oh god,
yeah. I mean, I know that when you know the game like the back of your hand, then you're not going to use it. That is the only
one slot charm worth it more than picking up my pennies for me, in my opinion. No, like the few times where like for a boss or something that I was having trouble that I was right next. Oh, I hated it.
Mm-hmm. Compass belongs in all tiers. It won't let me do that. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why these guys made it in here twice and not, like, Compass making it in, like, 26 times. For the entirety of the alphabet, you know? Compass always S because I'm directionally challenged. Exactly. This thing is a godsend for free for beginners as well. I had it on the entire time. I'm not a quote-unquote beginner per se. But I'm always getting lost in the game.
Yeah, unless you're someone that knows the game like the back of your hand, aka speed runs it / does 100% runs all the time or whatever. Just
so Speedster, this is like the way that this is being done, this tier list is like my personal experience with the playthrough that we just had. I had this thing on the entirety of the time. If if you played the game for like hours and hours, or if you're not directly challenged like a lot of people are, this thing is really good. It's like this is kind of ranked in what me and Luke both think on our playthroughs of it.
Okay, no, Chad, this is at the end of the day his choice. Don't let some of these fucking reflect on me.
Yeah, that too. I mean, like, yeah, no, Luke absolutely loves Weaverlings and Grimmy.
Excuse me?
I think as a beginner and directly challenge people like me and Farby and Sillin, once you get to know like the game back to back, then yes, this thing is not very useful. But Just one notch. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, this isn't like a pro, like, you know, tier list. This is just a silly little tier list for, you know, like for people like me who just kind of played through the game, 100%, 12% of it, and had a good time with it. So, and these were the ones that like a lot of these are the ones that I use the most. Essentially, are in S tier here, with the exception of like, you know, a couple others. You did one playthrough and had Compass on less than half the time. Yeah, Tuna, you're built different though. And you said that Un is bad, so I mean, you know. But yeah, so that's what we have. This is Kid Link's objectively correct. No one can agree otherwise. Tier list. With a side of Luke's. I think it looks.
You more wanted me here just to hang out. You did. This is your list. You don't put my name on that.
I was feeling lonely.
That's okay.
But yeah, no, that's it. I'm gonna make a separate video for this as well. This won't be in the finale of Hollow Knight. We're gonna put this separate, just for funsies. You're just biased. Or yeah, you're just blessed. No one can agree otherwise. Glad I can disagree with it. Most disliked Hollow Knight tier list. Understandable. That's why it's objective. I mean, Tuna, like 90% of these you put into F tier. Let's be honest. Everything here would be an F tier for Tuna except like 5 charms and yeah, GG's. Those are the ones that Tuna used.
True.
Right.
Also, you said Fluke Nest belonged in F tier, and that is just extremely wrong.
Did any of them belong in F tier? Ah, yes. Except for the 4 or 5 that you used. Understandable. Yes.
Fluke Nest is an F tier? That is actually just incredibly incorrect, Tuna. It is the best shaper of a soul attack, and it's not even close. Mid-C at best, it's incredibly high damage.
Mid-C at best. I mean, no, it does a lot of damage. It's really good.
Not based off of this list. This list C tier is the start of F tier. Even though glowing womb is way too low, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit, Luke. So I'm gonna go ahead and I think we'll raid Sillin now.
Sounds fun. I'm gonna shower and get out of my work clothes and maybe play Silk Song and maybe play Balatro. We'll see.
Ooh, let's go. Okay, and then Tuna's gonna go throw up. Understandable.
Tuna, throw up. I'm gonna go shit, Tuna. So think about how if all the pipes are connected, you are aiming your face at my butthole. Have a nice day, chat. Bye.
Bye. All right. It gets rid of your 1 range attack for something that it gets out damaged by D-Dark. You mean Descending Dark, right? I think it just like a lot of it I think also has to deal with like if you're up close, like at a certain range, it does a hell of a lot of damage. So that's why people like it. I never use Descending Dark. This is my playstyle. Again, though, this is like a objective tier list in the what my playstyle was, which is why a lot of the spells that I know are really good are maybe a little bit below. But this is like just this. Like, a lot of this just, like, is what my playstyle is. I do know, again, though, that this is an objective tier list wherein, you know, my opinion is the correct one. It's just my personal style of gameplay where I barely use Descending Dark just because, you know, I'm not a speedrunner and I'm not, like, trying to get massive damage or trying to complete all the Pantheons. It's just, you know, it's what, the way that I play it is how I play the game.